Hello everyone, and welcome to Learn English at Home 79. I'm your host, Anna, and today we have a wonderful story full of adventure and new vocabulary for you. Have you ever heard a story about a brave hero and a dragon? Well, get ready, because today's episode will help you practice English through a fun tale, useful new words, and friendly explanations. Listen carefully, and don't forget to comment your thoughts at the end.
Hi Anna, I'm excited to join you. I love stories about heroes and dragons, and I think our listeners will really enjoy all the new words we'll learn together. Let's get started and make learning English fun and easy for everyone.
Our story begins in a faraway place. An evil dragon lived in a castle in the remote southern mountains. That means the castle was very far from towns and hard to reach.
Let's pause for a moment. Anna, can you explain the word remote for our listeners?
Of course. Remote means very far away from other places and sometimes difficult to get to. For example, a remote island is far from cities or people. Now, let's go back to the story.
And the word castle is important too. A castle is a large building with strong walls where kings or queens usually live. In fairy tales, castles are often in magical places.
One day, the monster landed in a town. The dragon commanded the people, "Give me food now, or I will eat you."
Let's explain two words here. First, landed. To land means to come down to the ground, usually from flying. For example, an airplane lands at the airport.
Great! Now, the word commanded. To command means to tell someone to do something in a strong way. For example, a boss might command employees to finish work quickly.
And don't forget monster. A monster is a scary, imaginary creature, like a dragon or a giant. Monsters are often in stories to make things exciting or frightening.
The dragon lifted its wings so its lungs could be completely filled with hot steam and breathed it upon the people. A man turned into a stone statue.
Let's break down some words. Wings are the parts of animals, like birds or dragons, that help them fly. The dragon uses its wings to fly and look more powerful.
Now, steam. Steam is water that is heated until it becomes a misty gas, like what you see coming from a boiling kettle. Here, the dragon's breath is hot like steam.
And statue means a model of a person or animal made from stone or metal. The man in the story turns into a stone statue. Imagine standing so still, you look like a rock.
The people submitted and brought food. The dragon ate all of it and left. Let's explain those words.
Submit means to agree to do what someone tells you, even if you don't want to. For example, students submit to rules at school.
Bring means to take something or someone to a place. For instance, you can bring your friend to a party or bring food to a picnic.
It's interesting to think about why the people submitted. Sometimes, people do things they don't want to when they feel scared. What would you do if you met a dragon?
The people sent a boy to ask for help from a wise old man. He resided in a temple. The boy told the old man about the dragon, and the old man counseled the boy.
Let's pause. A temple is a building used for religious activities, like praying or thinking. People go to temples for peace or advice.
Good point. Now, counseled means to give advice or listen to someone's problems. For example, a teacher might counsel a student who is worried.
This part of the story shows how asking for help from someone wise can make a big difference. It's always okay to seek advice when you have a problem.
The old man said, "A meteor will fall in the northern sky. It will make a huge explosion. Find the meteor and bring it to me. I will use it to make a sword for you."
Let's explain meteor. A meteor is a rock from space that falls to Earth. Sometimes you can see meteors as bright streaks in the night sky.
Now, explosion means a sudden and loud burst, usually with damage or a big sound. For example, fireworks make small explosions in the sky.
And northern means in the direction of north, like the northern part of a country. It's interesting how the story uses directions to make the quest more challenging.
The old man said, "Use this to kill the dragon, but be careful. You must cover yourself with weeds that smell bad. That will ensure that he does not smell you."
Weed is a plant that is not wanted, like the ones you pull from a garden. Here, the boy uses weeds to hide his smell.
And ensure means to make certain that something will happen. For example, wearing a helmet ensures your safety when riding a bike.
This shows how being smart and preparing well can help you succeed. Sometimes, small details like using weed scan make a big difference in solving problems.
The boy traveled for many days to find the castle. He went to the upper level and opened a door. He could see the dragon's tail. It was sleeping, so the boy killed it.
Upper means higher in place. For example, an attic is the upper part of a house. Here, the upper level of the castle is where the dragon sleeps.
It's exciting to imagine sneaking into a castle. Would you be brave enough to go to the upper level to face a monster?
Facing fears is a big theme in many stories. Even though the boy was scared, he used his knowledge and the wise man's advice to win.
After defeating the dragon, the boy took the dragon's gold and jewelry and returned to his town. The people were happy.
Jewelry is something people wear, like rings, necklaces, or bracelets. It is often made of gold or silver and can be beautiful and valuable.
Stories about treasure often show that courage and smart thinking can lead to rewards. But remember, the real treasure is learning new things like English.
That's right, Anna. Let's now review all the new words we learned today, so our listeners can remember them easily.
Let's recap today's vocabulary. Bring, castle, command, counsel, ensure, explosion, jewelry, land, meteor, monster, northern, remote, southern, statue, steam, submit, temple, upper, weed, and wing.
Here are some example sentences. Please bring your book to class. The castle is very old. The teacher commanded silence. My friend counseled me. Good habits ensure success.
There was a loud explosion. She wore beautiful jewelry. The plane will land soon. Did you see the meteor? The monster is scary. It's cold in northern places. The island is remote.
We live in the southern city. That is a statue of an elephant. Steam comes from hot water. I submit my homework. They visited the temple. The upper floor is bright. Pull out the brush. Weeds. Birds have wings.
To remember vocabulary, try making your own sentences, use flashcards, or draw small pictures. Saying the words out loud and writing them down can help you remember even better. Now, here's a question for you, our listeners. If you lived in the town, what would you do if the dragon came? Would you submit or try to find help like the boy?
Thinking about these questions helps you practice your English and also think about real-life situations. Sometimes, it's important to be brave and look for help when you have a problem. Share your ideas with us in the comments or with a friend.
We hope you enjoyed today's story and learned some useful new words. Remember, learning English is like going on an adventure. Sometimes it's hard, but every new word is a little treasure.
Keep practicing every day and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn and get better. Thank you for listening to Learn English at Home 79. We're proud of your progress.
Before we go, here's a quick English learning tip. Try to use new words in your daily life, even if it's just one word a day. The more you practice, the easier it will become.
Stay curious, stay positive, and keep learning. We'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye and happy English learning.